what all entrepreneurs really, really want is to be free. And when you ask that question, what is it to be free? I think there's a lot of sides to what the freedom means. See, being an entrepreneur, we look at money in a very different way. Time is not money as an entrepreneur. It's not, because you don't get paid for time. You get paid for opportunity. You get paid for results. So as an entrepreneur, you automatically insert yourself by virtue of creating value for someone, by taking responsibility for your own security. You become what's called an economic adult. There are no entitlement attitudes in being an entrepreneur. So the freedom piece starts where money is made and we buy time with our money. See, I think money is time, because the more money we make, the more time we buy. And that's kind of the relationship between the currency of money and the time currency. See, the more the income I make, the more time I'm able to have. Because why is that so? Because the money I make enables me to position myself in a more free state, where I can delegate certain elements, tasks, activities to individuals that have more energy than I do in those areas. Granted, I have certain areas that energize me, and those areas that energize me are really, if you look at it, that's the gravity system for all the relationships that support the entrepreneur. Clients, vendors, people that count on him for a good bet. But in order to have that freedom, there has to be some habits that are set up in order to maintain that kind of freedom. Because if you, for example, don't do what you say you're going to do as an entrepreneur, then doors start to close up on you. People don't want to trust in you. People don't want to bet on you. And so if you don't keep your agreements, you can't maintain that kind of freedom. Things begin to close off. Things begin to be eliminative for you. You begin to struggle because you're not able to be reliable or counted on. So this habit is a very important one to maintain the course of freedom. And the second one is that you finish what you start, right? When you start something, you finish it. People love finishers. And I'd rather have you finish something that's not perfect instead of waiting on it to be perfect to finish it. Because we live in a ready, fire, aim world where we can start something and then we kind of ripen it along the way. And we see this happening where we're living within the emergence of something. For example, you'll see the Windows system, for example, Bill Gates, who started Windows 95, and it had all the bugs, but as he got customer feedback, he put out the versions, and the versions are where he made his killing, okay? And then it kept getting better and better. And so really the idea is to just start, and then by virtue of kind of letting what the thing is doing through this innovative process of getting feedback and prototyping and very fast feedback loops, we're able to make adjustments in real time, kind of play with live ammo is the idea. And then third is that you be on time. I mean, how many times have you had someone be late with you and you were ready to go and they're 10, 15 minutes late and there's this low-grade anger, this low-grade resentment like, we'll start when you get there. You know what I'm saying? It's like the person says to you when they're late, I'm going to start when I get here. Those habits aren't permissible in business today. We don't give credibility. We don't give opportunity to people that do the opposite. They're always late. It's disrespectful. And then fourth is courtesy, is saying please and saying thank you. And you may take some of these for granted, but the idea is to show gratitude for appreciation for the people that have committed themselves, their unique abilities, their resources and capabilities, and their leadership to you and your position today, and that you always keep that supply line to you because you show appreciation for what other people are doing and what they're experiencing. And so this becomes kind of a kit for referable business. And the more referability you have, the more confidence that you have about, the ability to continue creating forward. And that's really what freedom is. Freedom is confidence. It's about where you're able to put your attention. So when you have this delegation confidence and you have these habits in place, it becomes a powerful combination for you to sustain your positive position. A fortuitous position, and also buy more time with your money because you're becoming more and more valuable based on what you're saying to people. I'm a good bet, trust in what I can do and so forth. So you need to think of these things. It's very, very important to consider these habits. the other key is that how you build that team around you, that support structure of people that pretty much love your business as much as you do, and they are better than you are at the areas that you tend to struggle with. And so you have to get these off your plate, take everything else away, except 2 or 3 key activities that are the ones that really bring you results, the ones that really make you money. The less you do, the more money you make. I know that sounds a little counterintuitive, but it's very true. The more you focus on the significant few stuff that really is valuable to other people and your conversations with them as salespeople, the more opportunity that you have. And the other piece with free is how much time you take off and you rejuvenate or you get stress-free. Entrepreneurs tend to struggle with this because they panic or they feel guilty and they have to justify all this free time. But in an economy of results, if you look at athletes and entertainers, they have very deliberate downtime. Their downtime is the beginning. It's not the finish. Their downtime comes before everything else. In fact, they have their whole year planned out with all their downtime. So they handle all of the balance in their life and make sure that they are stress-free. And all this contributes back to their productivity. So we see in our coaching program all kinds of results coming out of people taking off 2, 3, 4 times the amount of time this next year, and then their incomes jump up 30 to 40, sometimes even 100%. So that's very interesting. Well, at the same time, you tend to do that, you tend to get more freedom of purpose, where you have a sense of really listening to yourself. You have the space to make room in yourself to think and really consider what matters even more to you. So the more free time you have, the more access you have to your sense of purpose and your what you're really after in life and your real work. And at the same time, you get juiced and geared up and energized, especially when you go out in nature, for all these other periods. And then there's another period that really gets you free, and that is preparation. And we see this in business in the form of preparation, getting ready for this climactic moment, getting ready for the money-making activities, really delegating effectively, right? Increasing the capabilities of the organization, increasing the systemization, getting it more automated, more friction-free, and also cleaning stuff up. So there's a certain period of time where you, on a momentum basis, you really go after your tasks, handle all that in-between work that happens, but you don't do it all the time. Not every day is the same. You have certain periods where you do that. That gets you ready for great high performance, and this other period that gets you ready for free. And so if we start looking at all of these sort of practices, if we pull them all together into one sense of simplicity, we've got how you manage your priorities, how you set up your support system, delegation confidence. You've got, obviously, making sure that you structure your time effectively. You've got how you handle your habits, how you're referable, and then, of course, how you conduct yourself outside business. And the combination of all of these elements gives rise to a radical creativity, kind of an access point of your very best work. And that's what I really want as a coach, is your best work.